Hello. Welcome to a very special Pizzamas Eve live show. 'Twas the night before Pizzamas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. I wouldn't say it's the most balanced mustache I've ever had. I just filmed my first Pizzamas video of Pizzamas, so hence the mustache. Still feeling a smidge sick, but hopefully I'm getting better. Watching the Indianapolis Colts right now because I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a friend who's on the Colts. They're down to the 3 yard line there. I have a friend who's on the Colts, and so I like to watch it and root for my guy, my buddy, Kylan. It also means that every play I only know what the tight end is doing. Bear Arcade says everyone asks how's Pizzamas, but nobody ever asks who's Pizzamas. It's true. It's true. Those are the two great questions. How is Pizzamas? Who is Pizzamas? Why is Pizzamas? This is one of the shirts, special delivery. This is one of the shirts that's going to be available tomorrow at pizzamas.com or on the Pizzamas app. I'm really hoping they throw for the touchdown and maybe just peel off the tight end and throw to the tight end and allow my buddy Kylan Granson to get his second ever touchdown. It is a good shirt. All the Pizzamas shirts this year are so good. You're going to have a difficult time choosing. I'm not going to spoil the entire party for you, but all right, hold on. Is Kylan on the field is always the first question. He can't score if he's not on the field. I don't see him. They scored without him. Seems like they scored without. Nope, they didn't score without him. Okay, now does that mean it's 3rd and goal? It's 3rd and goal. This is a big moment. What is Pizzamas? Asked Dynanaut. So Pizzamas is this annual holiday where for 2 weeks, Hank and I make videos back and forth to each other every day, just like we used to back in 2007. And we celebrate the magic of Pizzamas through e-commerce, which is a way of purchasing goods and services through the internet. I'm not going to speak to, and then all the money that Hank and I make goes to Partners in Health. So it's a good deal. It's a win-win-win. I don't know how else to explain Pizzamas, but it's beautiful. And who just texted me? My friend Elise. Why did you decide on this time of year for Pizzamas? Because it's like close enough to, it's like far enough away from Christmas to be its own thing. Hold on, this is a big moment. My guy is on the field. They didn't give him the ball. The Colts scored, which is the important thing, but my guy didn't score. Okay, well, whatever. Colts win. That's still good. Still good for Indianapolis to see the Colts win. The hair and the stash are glorious. Thank you. I know. I don't have a fantasy football team. The only thing I have a fantasy football team in is IndyCar racing. I have a fantasy IndyCar team, and that's enough stress for me. It's so much work and stress just to have that. So this part of the mustache looks kind of weird in this lighting, but I think it's just the lighting. Looks almost like I have a little dimple there. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to play a game today called Time Guesser. But we're also just going to hang out. We're going to learn from each other. We're going to celebrate any new members of the Wimbly Wombleys who joined via membership. And we're going to celebrate the fact that it's the day before Pizzamas. Yeah, we are not going to play as the Bournemouth Mouths, I'm sorry to say. Okay, let's play Time Guesser. I'm going to start out with y'all playing with me because I think that's more fun. So here we go. Time Guesser. And then I go, okay, this is really good. I know immediately where we're at. Here, let me get you into Time Guesser with me. I don't think the stream will be cursed. I think that everything will go fine. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. This is the Kaaba in Mecca. I'm 99% sure. So it's not about anything else other than the year. It looks recent to me. I don't think we're going to figure out anything from the outfits. But these buildings look recent. I mean, if I was really hardcore, that's scaffolding there. So something, if I was really hardcore, I'd be able to identify like when that particular building was under construction. But this is Mecca in Saudi Arabia. It's got to be pretty near Medina, right? I don't actually know where Mecca is, but it's got to be near Medina. All right, I'm going to go and see if anybody has any guesses about the year or anything. Miranda says 2004. Other people saying 2012, 2015. This could be the Las Vegas reproduction. I don't think so. What are we doing here, folks? So this is a video game called Time Guesser, where you have to identify both where and when a particular photograph was taken. Now, I know where this was taken, but I don't know when it was taken. So if you happen to know when it was taken, before the clock tower was built, is that a behind Back to the Future joke? I got to find out where Mecca is. It can't be that far from Medina because the Islamic community made the hijrah from Medina to Mecca. And I don't think that was like across the entire, what is now Saudi Arabia. But I also don't know where Mecca is, if I'm being honest. I know where Medina is because it's on the map. There's Hail. Anybody want to give me a sense of where Mecca, go down? This is like GeoGuessr for really pedantic people. Okay, I'm going to go down from Medina. And there's Jeddah. There's Mecca. All right. I mean, let's really get in. Let's get this exactly right. All right, so this is Mecca. I wish we could just search for the Kaaba, but I don't think you can. I mean, we'll get it about right. Does anybody have a year, though? Does anyone have a year? The chat just died. It's in the middle of the city. 2009, 2020, otherwise it'd be super crowded. That's an interesting idea. All right. I like that conceptually a lot. You know, there's a Baskin Robbins in Mecca? I didn't. All right. We're actually going to go. I don't think it's at the Baskin Robbins, but that's where we're going to go. And we're going to guess 2020 because of that person's inference, even though I think it's a long shot. Oh, it was 2020. Amazing. I could have gotten closer. But I mean, still really, really good. 6.2 kilometers away and the exact right year. Who gets the special candy for getting that 2020 thing? That was big brained. Good job. Good job, person who figured that out. Okay, let's move on. We're doing really well so far. Okay, I mean, that's a blimp. No question about that. What kind of insignia they got on the back? Uh-oh. Yoinks. Thanks, I hate it. Okay, so we're in Nazi Germany or Nazi somewhere. Does anybody know what building that is? Down here we've got, wish I could make the picture frame bigger. Down here we got a fountain. Good. And we've got human beings. It appears to be raining, actually. If that's at all helpful to anybody. And other than that, we got a lot of different flags, but we're definitely talking Nazi days. Don't know if we're early in the Nazi days. I think that's the French flag there. But there's a blimp, and it's a Nazi blimp. Okay. Is that the Bundestag? That's the 36 Berlin Olympics, guesses Alex. That's not a bad guess, but I don't see an Olympic flag. What's that flag on top? Great question. Let's take a look at this flag on top. Not a lot to be gathered about this flag on top. It appears to have some kind of stripe on it. That's all I really know. This is such a good game for fans of history. I love it. I love it too. Somebody said there is an Olympic flag. Is there? No. Oh, yes, right there. Okay, so it's the 36 Berlin Olympics. It's got to be, right? There's no doubt then. Good job. Good job, team. I mean, bad job in general with World War II and everything and the abundant horrors. But good job figuring out the date of this thing. 1936. We're going to make our guess. I don't know why I put that in East Berlin. I'm going to put it like there. Let me see. Let me zoom out and make sure that's still Berlin. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. I'm going to make the guess. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nazi Zeppelin hovering above the now demolished Palais Artim Academy of Arts in Berlin. All right. We got the exact. I mean, we are crushing this game so far. Okay. Somebody is lying in state, and a lot of white people are observing. All right. Let's take a look here. Somebody is lying in state in the U.S. Capitol. That's the rotunda, I'm pretty sure. And that is a casket. And it doesn't look like the newest photograph, if I had to guess. You know? And is that Tricky Dick Nixon and his wife, Pat? I think it is. I think that's Richard Nixon and his wife, Pat, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay. Anybody else in the first row hearken to me? Not really. There's quite the hairdos. There's some military folks. But who could have been there when why would Richard Nixon be there with his wife, Pat? If indeed that is Richard Nixon and his wife, Pat. I'm not total. There wouldn't be JFK. I don't think. Could be Bobby Kennedy, 1968. Could be Martin Luther King, 1968. I don't know if he was, if his body was in state. The photo looks a little new to be 1968 to me, but that does look a lot like Dick Nixon. Well, because if it was 1963, I don't understand why Richard Nixon would be there. I don't understand why Richard Nixon would be there. It could be LBJ, in which case it would be 1973, right? Is when LBJ died. Is that when he died? Could be 1968, right? Because that would have been Nixon too. LBJ died in Nixon's term, but didn't. Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out here. Wait, LBJ was president from 64 to 68. Okay. I like LBJ, 1973. You don't think that's Nixon? I think that's Nixon. You think that's LBJ? I don't think so. His hair isn't swarmy enough. No, I don't think it. Yeah, so I think Nixon got elected in 68, right? So I like 73. I like 73. I like 73, and I like Washington, D.C. in the Capitol. Where's Washington, D.C. exactly? There it is, District of Columbia. And where's the Capitol building? Isn't it? It's right near the Washington Monument. Isn't it right? That's the Lincoln Memorial. There's the United States Capitol. All right. We're going to say right there, what did we say, 1973? (1973) is what chat's saying, and I'm inclined to believe. Yeah, 9,999 points out of 10,000. Incredible. Teamwork makes the dream work. I was 58.7 meters from the actual location. I thought that seems a little unfair to me because it feels to me like I was on the exact location, but okay. All right, round 4, and we are having an incredible game right now. Maximum score is 30,000. We're at 29,822. Pretty darn good. But now we've got ourselves a challenge, a proper challenge. That says does that say Australia's airline beneath Arabic writing? And that says Qantas, which is Australia's airline. And that's a fellow wearing a hat with a mustache. Let's see what else we got over here. We've got a license plate. Barely a license plate, but these are beautiful old cars. Over here, we have another license plate in case anyone recognizes that license plate. What do we have over here in the corner? More Arabic, or I mean, it might not be Arabic. My non-Latin alphabet. I'll tell you what it is. It's about 125. Okay, what's back here? And this says Institut de Danse Robert. So we've got French, we've got Australia's airline, and we've got Institut de Danse Robert, which is what's known in the game as a really good French accent. And then there's more if it's Arabic, which it might not be, down there. So now I'm going to go to chat and see what chat knows. We're into Dance with Robbie. What happened to the last stream? Oh, there was like horrible thunderstorms out here, and then my power kept going out, so I couldn't stream. All right. Let's see. Somebody says they're getting 50s vibes. I'm not looking for vibes. Lebanon due to the French. It's a good guess. Could also be Algeria. Could be Algeria because of the French. That French Empire, it did extend itself. Post-World War I France occupation. But could be post-World War II even. Could be like 1953 North Africa. Could be Casablanca, right? Could be I kind of like Algeria. I don't know if that's just vibe based. 1939 because of the Gone with the Wind poster. There's a Gone with the Wind poster? Let's go back and look. Where is the Gone with the Wind poster? Is that Gone with the Wind? Okay, yeah, what are these two movies? What are these two movies over here that are advertising themselves? Anyone have an idea? I feel like it's post-World War II, and I feel like it's still... I feel like it's post-World War II because those cars are post-World War II. That is the Gone with the Wind poster, I think. I know that I have a good stash. Thank you for noticing. Oh, did the Bears just score? Well, that's not what we were looking for. Okay. All right. I'm going to say 1952, and I'm going to say it's hard. The location is really hard, but I think North Africa is the vibe. And I think you've got to go up top. And so I think we're talking, I'm going to guess Tangier or Algiers. And I guess I'm going to guess in the middle of them. That way we got a little bit of Morocco, a little bit of Algeria, and not 1962, but 1953, 1951. 1951 is the guess. No, 1962, and Egypt. Oh, God, Cairo, what a wonderfully diverse, great global city that is. Whoever said Beirut was a lot closer than I was. All right, that hurt us pretty bad. Only 3,000 points that time. This is our last round. Okay, this I know. It's 1929 or 1930. This is a great example, and it's Wall Street. It's got to be. It's peak Gatsby, not when the book was written, but that's got to be Wall Street. Let's just look back here and double check. What's this say back here? John G. Kelly something. Pretty looking car. Let's see if there's any states there. Doesn't look like it. Good looking car though. What kind of tires you got on that thing? Might pay $100 just for the tires. Yeah. And this guy, he would be talking on his cell phone, but he can't because they aren't going to get invented for another 90 years. Let's take a look at this guy and see if he means it. Oh yeah, he's had a rough week. Good buttons on the suit though. All right, and hold on. I think the Chicago Bears are going for an onside kick. Let's go ahead and watch this together. Make sure that nothing bad happens. I think that's a $100 dollar sign. I think this is the U.S. It's a great suit. They don't make them like that anymore. All right, let's make sure that the Colts recover this kick. It's a big concern for me, as late 29 or early 30. I think I mean classically, I think the big loss is 1929. So I'm going to guess it's 1929 just because I think like Time Guesser usually isn't that like it isn't overly clever about that stuff. So we're going to say 1929 and we're going to say New York City, specifically the can I get Manhattan, please? I have no sense of direction. There's Manhattan. Wall Street's going to be way down here. Let's just put it in the financial district. New York Stock Exchange. We'll put it right there. And we'll make our guess spot on. 4,992 points out of 5,000 for a total final score. This is my best final score ever. Broke the 40,000 point barrier, 42,711 points. An incredible, I mean, admittedly, it only happened because we were all walking together. We were working together, all of us together. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good, team. I'm pretty proud of us. So for those who don't know, it's Pizzamas Eve, which means that tomorrow is the beginning of Pizzamas, an annual holiday in Nerdfighteria where we celebrate my mustachioed face for 2 weeks by having videos back and forth to each other, like we did back in 2007. This is going to be a really weird Pizzamas because in addition to like all the Pizzamas stuff, between 1 and 2 things are going to get announced, which are big things. A big Hank thing and a big John thing are both going to get announced in the next 2 weeks. So we got a lot going on at the same time. But yeah, look, I mean, look, if you become a member, look at the pizza, look at the Pizza John emote you get. No new members today, but maybe that's okay. Maybe that's just the start of pizza. People are saving their $4.99 because they know the magic of Pizzamas is coming. Yeah. So yeah, also inexplicably, Hank and you have both decided to spend Pizzamas in Ohio. It's true. I will be in at Miami of Ohio tomorrow, and then I'll be in St. Louis at the University of St. Louis on Tuesday. I got a busy week. I'm gonna have to make a Pizzamas video from an airport or something. But life is good, and I'm grateful to be able to travel. So I missed it when I couldn't do it. Oh, there was a donation a while ago, and I missed it. I feel really bad. Drew just became a Wimbly Wombly member, as did Kyle. Kyle, Drew, thank you both. We have a new member. We have new members, plural. It's a new member day. Yes, John Green in St. Louis. Beautiful St. Louis. I've been nonstop around the Midwest. I was also in New York last week. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of things in a lot of directions at the same time lately, but grateful for the work. Yeah. Can someone explain how to join? Marina, I would love to. So if you want to become a member of this channel, which is a paid opportunity, as they used to say, there should be a button next to the subscribe button that says join, and then you get all the emotes and all the members only updates and whatnot. But it's not actually that good. Don't feel like you have to do it or anything. I think the Colts are in victory formation, which I take as good news. Let's make sure that they win this game, though. They may have to get one first down, and they did. All right. Okay, Colts are going to win the game 21-16, it looks like. Oh, unless the Bears have a bunch of timeouts left. God, football takes forever at the end of it. I mean, there's so many commercials in the NFL. It's astonishing to me. Yeah. FYI, as an iPad, the join button is not usually there. It's on the okay. Well, I don't know where it is on mobile. I only know where it. I will say YouTube makes it very hard to pay them money, which seems like a bad path. Anyway, we're excited about Pizzamas, and I'm very excited about the other announcement I get to make hopefully next week. Yeah. Complete with a cover, if I'm lucky. Cheryl, welcome to the Wimbly Wombly family. Thank you for becoming a member. All right, let's play another game of Time Guesser. All right, this is Mozart's Gebertehaus. Now, but when and where is Mozart's Gebertehaus is the question. Now, down here, we've got this nice couple, both wearing hats, as if they don't want to be noticed. Do you think they're up to something? Do you think that they've like snuck away on a Wednesday afternoon to enjoy the fine, pleasant light of a... What is happening here? I'm watching something. I'm very confused. It doesn't matter. The Colts have won. All right. So I can't say what any of those words mean. That window's open. Oh, wait, here we have another sign. This other sign says Kinden Kunchenhaus Hotel. I'm going to guess that's a hotel. I think we're in Germany, but where and when in Germany are we? Does anybody have any observations about this? Somebody thinks we're in Vienna. Okay, it's definitely Vienna. Vienna in the 20s, drop waist dress. Now that's what I'm looking for right there, is somebody who's a fashion historian, like Adorable Abel, and who can tell us that it's got to be the 20s because of the drop weight dress. That's the kind of action that I'm looking for right now. So I'll give you one more look at this dress if that helps. It's a nice looking suit as well. Just as we were discussing, they don't make them like that anymore. You know, one thing that the NFL started to do that I think is nice that they've taken from soccer is the switching of the jerseys. So you like swap jerseys with other players. I think that's kind of a lovely tradition. The only other thing I've got is over here. I can't tell what that is. So you think Vienna in the 20s, and I'm inclined to agree with you. Now, if we can just find Vienna in the 20s. There's Vienna. Went to Vienna once, had a great time. Really enjoyed myself there. We're going to put it pretty near the river. We're going to put it in 1927 if nobody has any qualms with that. Is everybody feeling good about that? Could I be any closer? Let me know if there's something that I'm missing. Salzburg. No. John. No. It's not Vienna. It's Salzburg. It's Salzburg. It's Salzburg. It's Salzburg in 1929. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down, y'all. It's Salzburg. Okay. Let's scoot out a little bit and see where Salzburg is here in Austria. Salzburg's right up there. All right, we're going to go to Salzburg. Anything else you want to yell at me? In addition to it being Salzburg, thank God, Mozart's birthplace. Very helpful, Kyle. Thank you. Somebody says it's Paris. It's Paris? But we just decided that it was Salzburg. And now 3 times Viracle has insisted that it's Paris. But Kay says, stop, no, it's not Paris. Well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out. Oh, no trolling, Viracle. We take this business seriously. No trolling. All right, Salzburg, 1929. That was what you want me to guess. That's what I'm guessing. Boom. 3 years off. It was 1932. But you got me 2 years closer. And the location was a 4987. We just were on the wrong side of the river. Pretty darn good. Incredible. Thank you for making me believe in Salzburg over Vienna. Okay, moving on. This is Germany. This is Germany. Isn't that flag the current German flag? Did Germany have a different flag before 1989? Oh, wait, is this... What is this? Is this Christo and Jean-Claude like covering one of the buildings in fabric like they used to do back in the day? Like this was a big 90s art world thing where Christo and Jean-Claude would like cover the Grand Canyon in fabric or something. Is that what's happening here? Is this like the Bundestag or something? Covered in fabric? Is this Christo and Jean-Claude? Maybe 1990, celebrating reunification, maybe in like 1993? Somewhere in there? Yeah, the guy who wraps buildings. Well, it was two people, a couple, Christo and Jean-Claude, and they wrapped buildings together. But yes, this is definitely, I think that's what this is. John, I keep getting ads. Haley, I would apologize, but I'm trying to buy a Wimbledon player. I wish there was a way to turn off ads for members, but there isn't. Shelby thinks it's the Reichstag in 1995, which sounds good to me. I mean, that looks like the year I graduated from high school. They're dressed like the year I graduated from high school. All right, let's say 1995 in Berlin. All right, so we're gonna go to Berlin here. Let's try to get even. Let's try to get even more accurate than just the city, though. Let's see if we can get where in Berlin this is. There's the Berlin Wall Memorial. There's the Berlin Central Station. There's Berlin Cathedral. There's Checkpoint Charlie, Brandenburger Point. There's a TV tower. Is it over on this side, maybe? It's the Holocaust Memorial. All right, I think Berlin's going to be good enough. We're going to the Berlin Philharmonic Hall, and we're going 1995. Let's see. Spot on. Oh, I was really close, too. It would have been closer at the Brandenburg tour, but I was still really close. All right. 882 meters away. Pretty darn close. Put it by the gate. Well, sorry. I'll look back next time. I apologize. Okay, well, we're still doing really well. We're on path. Oh, that's Japan. That's the earthquake. This is a horrible photograph. I want to look at it for as little time as possible. I don't like tragedy. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's historically significant. Wasn't the earthquake in... Where was the... Remind me where the... Was it in... It was 2000... No, wasn't it... Was it 2011? When the Fukushima one was? Or was that the other one? That was 2011? That was so long ago. God, I've grown so old that time has really shrunk down for me. I wish there was a way to search this map instead of just having to know where everything is. Does anyone know? Isn't Fukushima in the south part of Japan? Am I misremembering this? Here, I'm going to go back to chat here. It's north of Tokyo. Great. Well, I have a really wonderful sense of direction and a deep knowledge of geography. Let's go up here. Fukushima. Okay. So that's the Fukushima area. Does anyone know where? It's about halfway up the big area to the right side. John South is north. That's very true. Do you remember when I made that whole video about Eastern Ukraine and Western Ukraine, and I meticulously got them wrong each time? I just did a presentation. Some of y'all saw the PowerPoint I made, and I just presented that PowerPoint for this thing. And again, meticulously, with astonishing specificity every single time. When I said the image to the left, I meant the image to the right, and vice versa. It is a special talent that I have. Okay, we're gonna go to Sendai. We're just gonna go here. That's where we're going, and we're going 2011. Apparently, that was. It feels so recent, but apparently, it was that long ago. All right, 200 kilometers away. So not my best work kilometers away wise, but still really good. And we're still on pace to be over 45,000 if we get this last one right. Oh, no, this is the fourth one. Pela clase trabajadora organizada. The classes must organize. The working class should organize. I don't know. We got an old bus. We've got a pensioner, classic pensioner with one leg. Vibe. This says Chaimite, which actually confuses me a little bit because that sounds French, and this certainly doesn't. Anybody have any guesses? Portugal or Brazil? Okay, so if that's Portuguese, that's super helpful. All right. So it's Portuguese, but is it Brazil? And the other thing wasn't Spanish. Elias just quoted me as saying the working class must organize. I don't know, which I mean I feel like is not a generous interpretation of what I said or what I meant. And then oh wait, what's it say up here? Trabajadores. I don't know what that is either. Something about forced organization, but yeah, I'm definitely seeing those. I'm definitely seeing a little more Portuguese now that somebody's mentioned that. And this is the Centro de. It's funny when I try to speak with an accent, I always speak with a Southern accent. So I'm always like the Centro, because I think it goes back to when I learned high school French, and I went to high school in Alabama, and so everybody was like, "Je vais à la bibliothèque." And I have absolutely no gift for accents, as you can no doubt hear. Not the most flattering portrait of that guy. There's this person. Does this person have anything to tell us? I don't really think so. There's this bus. I'm inclined to guess Brazil in the 60s. But boy, if you're wrong, that's a really hard way to be wrong. Because if it's like, say we think it's Sao Paulo and it turns out to be Portugal, well, you're wrong by a lot. I'm thinking 70s Brazil. Pants and sideburns 70s, they say. Check the shoes for era 2. All right, here's the shoes. That's definitely child labor. Not sure what the laws were or are about that, but that is a kid. And that is the shoe. And then the pensioner's shoe looks like that. And the other shoes look like this. Scarves? Scarves are a little suspicious for Portugal. Can we see the bus? Yes. Here is the bus. Wait. The bus looks like this. It does not have an indication that it's going anywhere, and it does not have a lot of people on it, insofar as that is helpful to you. This says Perola Shamite. Shamit. That's what I got. Oh, hey, does anybody remember how good this hot sauce was? It's coming back. I'm going to go Brazil. I'm going Brazil. I'm going 1968. I mean, even Brazil itself is huge. I'm going to go Sao Paulo, 1968. This is a guess. Let's face it. 7 years off, and oh, it was Portugal. It was Portugal. Oh, our location, we only got 12 points out of 5,000. It was Portugal. God. All right. Last round. Let's see if we can save it. It's England. Portugal. What on earth could be better? Well, that's misleading, though. This is England. Not making that mistake again. And this is two women wearing bell bottoms with blue eyeshadow. I don't know what that building is in the background, but I'm hoping somebody in comments will. This is the 60s. Those are mod girls. Somebody says this is for sure Portugal. No. Why would Portugal be advertising Portugal in English lettering? When will your book be available for pre-order? Soon, hopefully. Pups for Life. 1960s London. Okay. 1960s London. We're going to go with that. I'm going to say 1960. I'm going to say 1970 because that's really peak bell bottoms era, right? 73, but a really good location in the city of London, just like I thought. Let's see what the final score is. 41,817. Getting that Portugal thing wrong was catastrophic. We're easily over 45,000 if we get that Portugal thing right. And we could have. Still over 40K. Still a lot to celebrate there. And as Sarah points out, I need to have some positive self-talk here, which is a great point. Okay. But yeah, that's not, you're right. It's not the worst game I've ever had of Time Guesser. I've had some bad ones. So I'm going to go fairly soon. The kids are going to be home. They went to the Colts game. I couldn't go. So I watched it on TV. But as Hannah says, it's just a game, and you did pretty good. Yeah, it's fun. I really like this game because it mixes my interest in history with my complete lack of awareness when it comes to geography. So it gives me something that I'm pretty good at and gives me something that I'm very bad at. My highest score by myself is around 40,000, but with y'all's help, my highest score is the game we just had. Yeah, it's a fun game. You got to get into GeoGuessr. That says Jack Attack. But see, the problem with GeoGuessr is that I can't get into GeoGuessr because I have no sense of direction, and it baffles and confuses me. At least with Time Guesser, there's a history element to it. Do you think I can get through all of Pizzamas with this haircut? I think I can. I don't think I can get through Pizzamas with this mustache. Am I wrong that this side is just kind of longer? Like if it looked like this, it would look a little better. But whatever. No fixing it now. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be good enough to like memorize garbage cans and soil colors in GeoGuessr, but I'm very impressed by the people who do. Very impressed indeed. And yeah. So I will keep playing. I'll keep playing Time Guesser with y'all. Can't tell with lighting. You're allowed to trim, right? Oh yeah, I'm gonna shave this. I usually only have the the mustache for the first day of Pizzamas. So I already filmed my Pizzamas video for tomorrow because I'm traveling during the day. Almost never do I make a YouTube video before I make the day of the YouTube video, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know why Hank doesn't do it this way anymore, but I just still, there's something about me that still believes in trying to do a Tuesday video on a Tuesday. Like, I usually write it on Monday. But in this particular case, I'm going to be traveling all day tomorrow, and I really didn't want to get Pizzamas wrong. And it's an unboxing video, so I can't do that on the road very easily. And I just figured I would do it today. So I filmed that today while the family was at the Colts game, which worked out nicely because it was nice and quiet here, except for Potato. Trig asks if the audio problem is on my end or yours. I mean, I don't know, Trig. I'm not a very good live streamer. I'm not like Ludwig. Okay, I'm never going to be like Ludwig. It's just not realistic for me. He's too good. I've got too far of a bridge to cross. Oh, it was on your end. Okay, well that's good. That's good to know. Maybe I will be like Ludwig then. Maybe I'll go back to hoping. It's John needs a pop filter. Well, right now I'm just using the microphone that's inside of my computer. So, yikes. I hope Potato will have an excellent Pizzamas. Yeah, me too. I mean, this Potato's first Pizzamas, so he's never experienced this before. He doesn't know the joy of Pizzamas. I'm going to try to live stream every day during Pizzamas. I'm really excited about that. And I hope that some of you are there for at least some of the live streams. Who is Potato? Potato is a dog. He is an Italian water dog, and his name is Potato. We call him Potato because he came to us via a nice lady who speaks English with an accent, and said when we were meeting Potato, "Look at this dog. He is just little Potato. If you touch his ears or touch his feet, he is still just Potato." And the kids were like, "Potato, Potato, Potato, Potato." I can't show you the Potato because he's asleep, and he's just a puppy, and he doesn't sleep enough, and I'm not going to wake him up. Yeah, live streams all week, live streams for 2 weeks. Live stream this week and next week every day. So hopefully, please don't stream during school hours, John. Well, no promises, Haley. I'm going to stream whenever I'm available, but I'll try not to stream during school hours for your sake. But also, school hours change depending on where you live. So one person's evening is another person's school hours. It's very challenging that way. Time zones are a real bummer when you're trying to make stuff on the internet. Yeah. Your dog is named Nelson, Elias? That's a good dog name. I like Nelson. All right, Aaron has to wake up in 4 hours for school because it's 2 a.m. in India. Aaron, it's time to go to bed, okay? Time for you to go to bed. Maybe I'll take a nap. I don't know if I can really take a nap realistically at 4:38 p.m., but we all have to go because it's way past Aaron's bedtime. Way past Aaron's bedtime. And Secret Altruism just stayed up all night playing Baldur's Gate, which is the favorite video game of my friend Kylan Granson, who just won a game with the Indianapolis Colts. So there you go. Life contains all kinds of wonderful connections. All right, tomorrow morning, Pizzamas. This will be available. All these other things will be available that I'm not allowed to show you yet. There's some incredible Pizzamas stuff this year. It's ridiculous. I will give you one. I will show you one Pizzamas thing that we have this year that I just think is unbelievably, like, if you told me in 2008, hey John, one day there will be a Pizzamas Magic 8 Ball. I mean, a lot of you don't even know what Magic 8 Balls are. But if you told me like there was going to be a Pizzamas Magic 8 Ball that like answers questions by saying if the pizza is willing or whatever. And it has all these sample questions that you can ask the Pizzamas Magic 8 Ball. It's pretty epic. If you told me that, I would have been astonished. First off, I would have been like, I'm making videos when I'm 47 years old. Like, do I not know how to retire? And the answer to that question is no, I don't know how to retire. And then secondly, I would have been like, oh my God, it's the most amazing thing to think that Nerdfighteria is not only still going strong, but like doing wild, wild stuff. Okay. And just got the Abby Cox pin, which I thought was very cool. Eaten by a Gru just sent a super chat here at the end. Thank you. But yeah, I like Abby Cox's merch so much. Abby Cox actually welcomed me to her home and then taught me a ton about 18th and 19th century dress wear. So that was a really fun day for me. Life is full of weird surprises. Also, all the fans of this, there were so many fans of this last year. We got so many emails from people who were like, more hot sauce. And we were like, we only sell Pizzamas stuff during Pizzamas, but we are bringing that back for the people. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. DFTBA. And I'll see you tomorrow.